Good evening, everybody. I'm Jamie Kinsey. I'm one of your national marketing directors. I'm so excited for you to either be joining us live or be watching the playback for tonight's team Zoom. Tonight is December, what is it, you guys, the 5th? Is it the 5th yet?
Fourth.
The 4th. I'm close. Okay. It's December 4th, and tonight we get to feature somebody who's become a good friend of mine, and she's actually a huge part of the Start Strong program with the Healthy Living Revolution. So you guys can thank Allie for a lot of that content that just came out at conference, and then what we have going forward as well. But Allie is joining us tonight. She's joining us from Lawrence, Kansas. So maybe we'll be neighbors soon. And so she's a wife. She's a homeschooling mom of 2 boys. You'll hear about them in a little bit. And she's a big health and fitness advocate. Her journey has taken her from a college basketball player to a college basketball coach, into a fitness professional and a personal trainer. And now her true calling, obviously, is a leader here with the Healthy Living Revolution. Allie is a 39 Club member, and you'll hear a little bit more about that particular story with the Juice Plus company, and has a true passion for helping others learn how to be healthy and reach their full potential. Allie's husband, Brandon, is the head women's basketball coach at the University of Kansas, and they have 2 boys. Cash is 8 and Cole is 6. And since having kids of her own, Allie has become a mom on a mission, helping kids and parents to get healthy together. So as passionate as she is about helping people get healthy, she has also learned the importance of family freedom and designing a life full of choices. And so we asked Allie to be on because her team is rocking and rolling with what we call our fast track groups. And some of you are part of those and some of you are not. And hopefully you're going to hear some inspiration as to, if you've been a part of them, why you want to maybe get engaged at a higher level. And if you haven't been in them, definitely consider it for our next round come April. And then if you're brand new and you're not yet a virtual franchise, you still have that opportunity to get to that virtual franchise position, and we can put you into our jackpot group and you can start that fast track process. So without further ado, Allie, I'm excited for you guys to share a little bit about what your team has done with these fast track groups and inspire the empire here.
Yeah, thank you guys. I love being on here and seeing so many faces that of just beautiful, happy people that I already know and love. So this is so much fun. Jamie, did you want me to say something briefly about St. Jude's before I?
Oh yeah, so I was telling Allie today because she just came back from St. Jude's, and I think some of you guys may not know what that means and what Juice Plus has, what the tie is there. And so I'd love, because I know you've done it more than once, so I'd love for you to share.
Yes, and I would love to share. So as some of you know, some of you probably don't know, Juice Plus is the corporate sponsor for the St. Jude's Marathon in Memphis. And this was my 3rd year in a row to do it. So it was just this weekend. It's always the first weekend of December. And you guys, you don't have to be a marathon runner. They have a half, a 10K, a 5K, a kids marathon, and just anything that you can do. But we as a company, it's really cool. And now that I know kind of the whole story of it, which was like 15-ish years ago, St. Jude's actually lost money putting on the marathon. So our amazing company took it over. And now, I think there were 16,000 runners this year, and we raised over $10 million. So it's just another amazing opportunity to do, just to give back, to continue to do what we do really as a whole, as a company. So my kids actually do it as well. You guys, some of you guys are frozen. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Okay. Maybe it's just frozen on my screen. So my kids actually do the kids marathon too. And so they log 25 miles beforehand, and then they just finish the 1 mile there. And it is an amazing experience. I know some of you on here have been there and done it before, but if you haven't, and you guys are representative of this company, I'm going to encourage you to just to do it at least one time. And after I did it my first time, I said I'm going to do it every year that I am physically able to do it. So I did make that commitment. And every time when I, go and when I leave there, I feel just that much stronger about it, honestly. So I'm going to encourage you all to think about it. For next year, it's the first weekend of December, and it's just, our company has, they have a little reception for us, and we have a suite at the finish line. And so, of course, just like always, they take very good care of us, but it's just a great opportunity. So definitely think about that for next year. Okay, so our fast track groups. You want me to just start from the beginning?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Let me give you a little background, actually. And, Jamie told you a little bit of kind of where my background is. But I was actually in the business. I was actually a sales coordinator for about 4.5 years, and just very content being there because I had no vision for this as a business. I didn't actually realize that the opportunity that this was, because my whole life had been, I had grown up on a farm, and so, the work ethic of that. And then as an athlete, it's ingrained in you that, whoever spends the most time in the gym, whoever puts in the most time, is going to reap the most benefits. And so the idea of working like smarter and having more fun and all of those things, I didn't understand that at the time, especially, coming out of the coaching world, which my husband is still in. It's still a crazy world. But just to be able to give myself the idea, even the freedom of thinking that there's a different way, that there's a better way, is something that I didn't allow myself, really, I think, for 4.5 years, even though I saw a lot of other people having a lot of success at it. So anyway, I had one very small conversation with, some of you might know Doug Barlow, who is Mitra Ray's husband. And it was like one sentence, and that's all I needed. But just to realize that I was being selfish by not sharing this, by not building business, because there are so many people in my life, and so many people actually that I didn't even know yet who were going to. It was making a decision at one point to just go ahead and go for it. And then we did build really fast. Once we had made that decision, we went sales coordinator to national marketing director in 5 months. And then, that was really fast and furious and a lot of work. But then we were a 24 club NMD team, and that was awesome. But we were there for 2 years. I just had kind of stopped growing beyond that, and I didn't know why. But now that we're doing these fast track calls, I do know why. It's because our system wasn't strong enough, and how we plugged people in and how we started people. Because whenever going from a sales coordinator to a national marketing director, in 5 months, there was a lot of just not not learning anything, just like going that went on. And so then, we went almost 2 years as a 24 club, until I heard Brie and Peggy, and then had several conversations with them, about how they were doing these fast track groups, and, which calls they were doing, and all of that. And so as a team, we decided that this is what we needed to do. And so that was, guys, it wasn't very long ago. That was in June. We were a 24 club NMD team in June of just this past summer, so June of 2017. And in September, we were a 41 club. So that's 3 months. So we started the groups, these group calls, we started them in July, like the 1st of July. So July, August, September. By the end of September, we had gone from 24 to 41. And, so that was September. This is now, we just ended November at 45 without like any big push or anything, just letting it all naturally happen because of the fast track groups that we have. So the system works, and it works, I think, for a lot of reasons. But, mainly because it's allowing people to just have a place to plug in and to be with their, with your group, this people that are at your same level. So if you guys if you're eligible to be on any calls, or if you, whatever level you're at, I'm going to highly encourage you. And I can't tell you enough that just getting connected, getting connected, being in that group, staying in that group. And then and I think you guys probably do, I don't know if you do it the same way, we graduate people out, to hit their goal in that group. We'll graduate them out, have a graduation call, make a big deal about it, because it is a big deal. And it's exciting. That's the most fun and the most exciting part of what we do, is helping people have success with this. So we do our graduation calls, we push them out into the next group, and then we move on. So, for us, it's so exciting and it's so awesome, because I finally feel like we have figured out a system that works. So we can sign anybody up. We take them through the new rep startup, and we plug them into their calls, and really get them going. So do you have
It's kind of cutting out. Did you say? I think I can hear you now.
Sorry, am I good?
You're good now. Yep. Did you say, did we have more questions?
Do you have any specific questions that you want me to touch on, or?
Brandy or Karen, can you think of specifics about the fast track groups?
I don't think so. I mean, how many elite groups do you have, Allie?
So we have our QNMD and NMD groups are combined with a couple other sideline friends, because I personally didn't have enough people going for those levels to make it beneficial within a big group. So then we have SSC and an SC group, and then the qualifiers group. But to be honest, like what I have seen, and I hope you guys see some of this as well, and it is really just allowing people to step up and to step into their own stories, and to step up as leaders, and to have an opportunity to talk. When we get on the calls, maybe different people training, but if we have our leaders, training the other people, it's putting them in front of a room, or, a group of people, giving them an opportunity to train when they might not, normally have that opportunity. And so it's allowing them to grow a lot faster as leaders as well. And I hope you guys, if you have a chance to talk, or you have a chance to ask questions, or, lead any of the calls, that you take full advantage of that, because it just gives you the opportunity to speak in front of people. The more you can do it, the more comfortable you're going to be with that. So we've seen it really help.
Absolutely. I think it's good for the Empire to hear, that this isn't just our team who's doing this. It did come from Bree and Peggy, and like so many people are having success with it outside of our team. So.
And I do agree with the accountability piece, Allie. Like, we're not coming in and sprinkling fairy dust, right? I mean, I think it's that accountability piece where you get to, brainstorm together, show up, have that accountability, so you can move forward. So is there anything special inside of your team, like over that 3-month period, that you guys did that would have, moved your jackpotters a little quicker, or was there a certain incentive, or what do you feel like the game changer was over that 3 months?
No, there was no certain incentive, but we're seeing it's getting ready to happen again, because we're kind of bringing people in, like in groups, I guess, so like this new class, this new group that's all just, we had a whole bunch of HLPs last month, so I know they're all going to hit their 2,000 plus this month and qualify next month. Because they're competitive, And if they see somebody else who came in at the same, and that's what, you know, we didn't have that before. Not that we didn't have competitiveness, but because we didn't have the group calls, you know, they weren't seeing these same people every week. And, you know, they weren't seeing other people leave the calls to go, you know, to the next call. And you don't want to be the last one. I think nobody wanted to be the last one from that original group stuck in the call. You know, so everybody wants to promote out of whatever group they're in. And I know that, like, we've had at one point during that time, we had graduation calls 7 weeks in a row, because somebody, you know, promoted within the week, every week for 7 weeks. And so it just kind of, it's fun, and it's a team chemistry thing, but it's also a competitiveness thing. It's like, okay, whose turn is it now? And, you know, but also everybody gets behind, you know, whoever's going for it. So it's the extra support, it's the extra, I think, team chemistry, and the extra little push of just, you know, competitiveness that people have in wanting to succeed and do what everybody else is doing. You don't want to be left out, right?
Absolutely. Karen or Jamie Mercer, do you guys have thoughts? Or Megan Martin, any of our NMDs here?
No, I love everything Allie's saying, and I agree with the specialness of those, like graduating out and things like that. Allie, you do, for your qualifiers group though, they are VFs, right? When they enter in that group?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, they are VFs. But, you know, we have a lot of people that come in as brand new VFs and are just qualifying, you know, that month, because that's obviously our goal, is to get them there as fast as possible. So get them in and out and into the sales coordinator group. But yeah, you guys, you know, for me, honestly, like when I was a stuck sales coordinator, you know, just that was because I didn't have the vision. Then, you know, as a 24 club NMD who was there for a long time, it was because I wasn't duplicatable. You guys have a system here. You have, you know, NMD. It's duplicatable. You have everything you need that's there. And, you know, honestly, I had most of you, unless you're brand new, everybody knows who Jeff Roberti is. And I had a conversation with him just this past week. And, you know, it was just really in that, you know, his whole point of what he's saying to me is that it's all there. You have a system there. You know, they have everything they need. And so his message to me is to keep recruiting, you know, keep recruiting frontline, because the system is there. Plug people in. So, you know, you guys have an entire organization, your entire empire, with all these NMDs and all these other leaders, you know, pouring into you guys and into your teams. And you just continue to bring people on, you know, recruit frontline, plug them into the system, you know, put them where they're supposed to be, make sure they get started right. But then, you know, once they do, if they're connecting on these calls, then they have everything they need right there. And there's no reason that you can't duplicate that over and over and over again. So, you know, just continuing to go out and bring on new team frontline, because you have the confidence, especially with your leaders, the people who are on this call. You guys should have so much confidence knowing that you have the best leadership, you know, right here in the company, and to be able to plug people into that. Like, you should be out recruiting with so much pride and confidence, knowing that I'm gonna sign you up and I'm gonna put you in this group of leaders, and you know, let them pour into you, and then I'm gonna do it with the next person and the next person, because that's how this works. And so that's you know, one thing that I am learning a lot through this and with our group doing this is just plugging them in. And for you guys, just get plugged in and make sure your people understand the importance of it.
I love it. It takes a village. It really does. Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not just your sponsor, it's sidelines, it's the company, it takes a village to raise you. And we all, like Allie said, we all have the same marketing plan, we all have the same product line. The only variable is each and every one of us, right? And so much of this is mindset. You'll hear us say that all the time. It's 80% mindset and 20% skill set. And you guys just trust the process. And I'm excited for what 2018 is going to bring with this group. And I am so grateful for you saying yes to share your guys' personal team experience with these groups. We've been doing it since about September. Is that when we launched it? Yeah. So this will be our first big conference to conference month of having these groups in place. So we're excited to see what's going to come out of it.
Yeah. Okay. So you just started this like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
With the calls. Okay. Yeah. That's really exciting then.
Yeah.
Gosh, just the amount of growth that we have seen is incredible. And so, and with as big as your whole organization is, for all of you guys to plug into these things and to, to really grow like that, it makes it so much easier. So yeah, I didn't even realize you guys had been doing it, only 2 months. It's going to be exciting. Just make sure everybody who can get connected is connected. And then really, like, the biggest part for us, is just creating, it's a fun, it's learning, but we have fun on our calls. Depending on which one it is and what time it is. A lot of time we usually end it with a dance party because there's always kids in ours. And the kids love that. And so, we'll end the calls with the dance party and let the kids get in on it. But it's creating culture. You guys already have an amazing culture. So it's just giving your new people, or, your new VFs, an opportunity to get plugged in even more to your culture, because they get connection to your leadership, more often. So gosh, I can't even tell you enough how this is going to be incredible for your team. And I'm excited to see, once we've been doing it, for a year, what that's going to look like. So that is exciting. Can I say something else about just this time of year?
Yeah, please.
Because, and we've been talking about this a lot, and I've had conversations here this week with Joy and Mitra, and it's a busy time of year. We know that. But to me, I believe that December is the best month for us in what we're doing. And that's for a lot of reasons. And I'm going to tell you guys, you need to spend time with your family, obviously, but it's Christmas isn't the entire month, but you're going to have so many opportunities this month that you won't have until next December, because you're going to be seeing people that you only see maybe once or twice a year. You're going to be at, all these different gatherings, whether it's your kids' Christmas parties or your spouse's work Christmas parties or neighborhood, whatever it is, you're going to be seeing people and having the opportunity to connect with people. It doesn't have to be all Juice Plus conversations, but you being confident in yourself and being confident in what you're doing and being confident in this healthy living revolution. Because I'm telling you, planting seeds right now, and we know everybody in the world is going to be looking for something on January 1st. And so if you have been planting seeds during the month of December, if you've been talking to people, if you've been sharing, maybe you go to an event that you take a healthy alternative, you take some complete balls instead of something else, but, taking some healthy alternatives or showing up, with your amazing energy, and, people are going to remember that. And when they're ready, come January 1, when they are looking for something, they're going to remember that seed that you planted and that conversation that you had. And so I encourage you so much right now, to be, as you go and as you're out there. I know you're in we all get caught up in all the Christmas, the Christmas spirit, and we need to, but everything that's going on, but just have in the back of your mind all the connections that you can make this time of year, and all the people whose lives that you are getting ready to impact, whether they know it or not, just because of the conversations that you're going to have and the energy that you're going to share, everywhere you go. this time of year. So I encourage you really to be as active as you can in your business this month, and start spreading that word so that people are ready to shred come January.
That is great advice. I love it. And I don't think we can hear it enough. For sure. Well, Brandy, do you want to wrap it up, Mama?
Well, I think this is an opportunity where maybe if any of you guys have questions that are listening, I think I always like to open it up before I wrap up. So do you guys have any questions for Allie?
Allie, what's your favorite event that you think is the most, like, your top one that you love to do?
We do a taste of the shred once a month, and that has been so really, really powerful. So we do, as a team, we have a Facebook event every Monday night. It's just a standing event so that everybody knows they always have something to invite people to, no matter where they live or whatever. We're also doing a lot of, the Freedom Revolution calls. But as far as in-person events, once a month, it's always towards the end of the month because we want to give people time to order their products. We do a taste of the shred event. And so all the reps sign up to bring 1 or 2 things out of the shred cookbook. And, all our guests are just coming to sample. And we pair up with a lady who sells wine sometimes so that, we're not shredding yet. She brings the wine. It gets a lot more people there. And she provides all the wine. And it's a lot of fun. And so we do that, once a month. I think that's definitely a favorite.
That's a great idea.
Okay, you sparked one more quick question. On your standing Facebook event, I know you do a little bit of like the post my party or the automatic posting, where you can set it kind of like soundboard. Do you do that just like the same one every Monday, or do you switch it up with different topics?
We switch it up. We kind of do a general like healthy living revolution one twice a month, and then we will have one that we do like more of a shred. We'll have one that we'll do sometimes athletes or kids or something like that. But when we do have it set to where like either myself or AJ or somebody shares the posts, but we always have 3 people go live within the party. And we have a sales coordinator who's in charge of it every week. They just know, it's been scheduled out for months out, so they know who's in charge. It's their job to set the party up and to get the 3 people. It might be them and 2 of their team members. Hopefully we want that. It's a lot of people. It's their first time to ever go live. And so it's just an easy way for them to learn something new. We're always trying to push people, a little bit to try new things and to do that. So we always have, somebody different running it so that they have 3 new people going live each week. But we do some the same, change it up some, whatever we feel like. Actually, whatever they feel like. It's whoever sets it up, it's their choice.
Awesome. Well, I definitely know that systems create wealth. We know that. Dawn Rathman really taught us that, and she's the one who really spurred on Peggy and Bree to talk about these systems. So I'm excited for what's happening and what's duplicating, and it'll be exciting over these next few months as we roll into Phoenix. So I just want to thank you, Allie, for your time tonight. And, we asked Allie to be here to affirm with each of you guys that I think the active teams around the United States really are embracing this. And it's really something that we get to do. And then it's really up to us to continue to show up every week, right? I know that technically we don't clock in per se, but there is this system in place. And the more that you follow this system, the more results are going to happen. And then when results happen, when you do that, you're going to attract what you do. So thank you so much. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Bye, Allie. Thank you.